YouTube, it's Michael here, and in the next 5 videos I'll be showing you everything that is on the Technics SX-KN500 keyboard. Now I've had this keyboard for over a year. I bought it last year at one of the second-hand shops around town. During that time, every now and then I had a play on this keyboard, and it's really good for what it is, and I must say it's got some really good rhythm styles as well. Although this keyboard is nothing compared to my KN650 I showed over a week ago, this keyboard is only basic compared to the KN650, but as I said, this keyboard is good for what it is, and it's got some great rhythm styles in which I'll be showing you. So with the 5 videos, first of all I'll be doing a tutorial of this keyboard so you can get to know how to use its different functions and features. So yeah, the first video of this keyboard will be a tutorial of this keyboard. The second video will be showing the 129 sounds. The third video will be part 1 of showing the 100 rhythm styles. Video 4 will be part 2 of showing the 100 rhythm styles. The 5th video will be the final video of this keyboard in which I'll be showing the demonstration songs. So first of all, here is the tutorial of this keyboard. Thank you very much for watching and hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first thing that I want to show you of this tutorial of the Technics SX-KN500 keyboard, we have the mode set here, just like what I showed you on my Technics KN650. So we have these different mode sets here. We have the GM mode set, tuning, touch curve, split point, foot switch setting, reverb setting, and some MIDI mode sets like MIDI basic channel, local control, a comp MIDI out, drum send mode, and bulk dump. So I will show you some of these mode sets. First of all, we have, well, there's the GM mode set in which we can change to GM and standard. And the second mode set, we just press this, and then we have the tuning, which we can tune the keyboard. And in second mode set, we have the touch curve, which is basically the touch sensitivity of this keyboard. So we can alter that. 2 is where we have to press the keys a bit harder to get the full velocity. 1 is just a medium, and off is where there's no touch sensitivity at all, no matter how soft or hard you play the keys. And we just put that back to 1, and then we have the split point, in which we use the auto accompaniment. There you go, split point, so it's up to here. So we have different, there's split point 1, which is, so it ends here, and split point 2, it ends here, and split point 3, where it ends here. So just put that back to default, and then we have here the foot switch settings. Let's see, the foot switch settings, we have like 1, 2, and 3. So hang on. Let's just get out of the mode set. Sorry, I've never used the foot switch settings on here. I thought it would have been the same as it is on the KN650 that I showed. So let's see. So that's sustain mode number 1. And number 2 Oh, I see. I can see the that's number 2 is the fill-in. So instead of pressing the fill-in button, you can just do it with your foot. Here's without the foot pedal. Now here's with the foot pedal. We'll just go back to mode set, foot switch number 3, which is... Oh, let's just exit out of that. I don't know what foot switch mode number 3 is, but that's the foot switch setting. I'd have thought that it would be exactly the same as it was on the KN650, where you can like have it as the start-stop button. Oh, hang on, sorry, no, I've just realised what it's for. There we go. That's the foot pedal mode number 3 is to change the variation of the rhythm style. So I'll show you that quickly. No variation. With variation. Okay, so that's that's foot switch set number 3. And then we have reverb setting. Which I think is the durability of the reverb, so it's number 5, so it should be longer. Oh no, my mistake. No, it's different reverb types, but unfortunately this keyboard doesn't tell you what they are because it's a LED display and not a sort of a proper LCD screen. So I'll show you the different reverb types. I'm guessing that was room, and this is hall. And what's this one? I think that's a bigger hall. And this is delay, and this one. So that's the reverb settings. And then we have some other mode sets. We got like the MIDI basic channel, the local control, a comp MIDI out, drum set mode, and bulk dump, which is all got something to do with like MIDI settings. So that's the mode set, and you just press the demo button to exit out of that. And then next I want to show you is the autoplay chord, which is you have one finger and fingered chord. So here's one finger, where you only have to use one finger for a chord. And then fingered chord, where you have to use multiple fingers. It will sound better with... So that's the autoplay chord. And we have here the main volume switches. So yeah, that's the main volume button, the buttons here. And there we also have a pitch bend wheel here. But I don't think there's a pitch bend range function on here, so you can change how the pitch bend works, like on the other keyboards that I've showed in the past has it. Now I want to show you the one-touch play, which is basically what Yamaha on their keyboards call one-touch settings. So you select a rhythm, and it gives you the right sound and right tempo for that style. You just have to hold it down, and it gives you the right sound for that rhythm. And let's just change another rhythm. Let's see here. Let's say 44, for instance. Oh, we gotta... That's it. Hold down one touch play to get the default sound and tempo of that style. So the one-touch play changes the sounds that is suitable for that rhythm style and the suitable tempo as well for that style as well. And it also changes like the conductor, which I will show you later on in this video. And now I want to show the sound effects. So as well as this button being rhythm and sound, and you use these buttons to change different sound and different rhythm, but if you press the sound effects button, each of these buttons is assigned to a sound effect. How cool is that? Not only do these buttons change your sounds and rhythms, but if you press sound effect button, each of these buttons is assigned to a sound effect. So that's pretty cool. And now I want to show you the transposer, in which you change using these buttons here. So currently it's on tempo because these buttons are used to change the tempo. Let me show you. But if you press the transpose button here, which is also a tempo button, and using these buttons you can change the transpose of the keyboard. So there you have it. And that is the mode set, the autoplay chord, one touch play, main volume buttons, sound effects, and transposer functions. Okay, so there's some more things that I want to show you. Now I'm going to show you this here Duet button, which is basically harmony. If you press it, you get a duet. So which changes its harmony depending on what keys you play on the left hand. So that's the duet harmony feature. And now I want to show some effects on this keyboard. We have here digital reverb, so it's currently turned on, but if you turn it off, there'll be no reverb. We'll just turn it back on. Unfortunately, on this one, there isn't a feature in which you hold down the buttons to so that you can change like different reverb types. And then we have the sustain button, so if you don't have a sustain pedal, you just press the sustain button and away you go. And on top of digital reverb, we have a button called stereo chorus, which gives the voices a chorus effect when it's turned on. Now it's turned on. You can do that for any other sound. Let's do some more sounds. So that's the stereo chorus button. And now I want to show you the conductor. These buttons here, in which you can have two sounds playing on the right hand side of the keyboard. So let's take, for instance, piano and strings. So sound 1 is piano. And in order to get sound 2 lit up at the same time, you have to hold down 1 whilst pressing 2, and there you go. But before we do that, we better select a button, select a sound for the sound 2. So let's just find strings. So 49, and then press these together, and now you've got piano and strings. And to get the left-hand side of the keyboard, you just press this button, but you won't be able to get 2 sounds for the right-hand side. So we've got 1 on the right-hand side and 1 on the left-hand side. We can change the split point of the. Trying to find the. Yeah, we're on the. I believe you can still change the split point for the left-hand side, I think. I'm just trying to figure it out. So to left. Oh, there we go. So yes, you can change the split point for the left-hand side as well as the auto accompaniment styles. So that's the conductor section, in which you can have 2 sounds at the same time on your right hand, whilst having 1 for the left-hand side. So that is the Duet, the stereo chorus effect, sustain, digital reverb, and conductor functions. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you now, just a simple one really. We have here the balance, in which we can change the volume of sound 1, sound 2 and rhythm. So I'll show that to you quickly. So here's the rhythm. And we can turn it up or down. We can do the same thing for sound 1. So here's sound 1. And we can do the same for sound 2. Let's just put these back to defaults. So there you have it. That is the balance function, in which you can alter the volume for sound 1, sound 2 and the rhythm. Okay, so now the next thing that I want to show you is the panel memory settings, which is basically your registration memories, so that you can save up to 4 different settings. So I'll show that to you. So first of all, we select our sounds, our rhythms and effects. So for this instance, we're just going to select piano for the sound 1 and strings for the second sound. So we've got our sounds set up. But what if we want some stereo chorus effect? We can do that. So yeah, we got that sorted. Stereo chorus turned on. And now we want to select a rhythm. So we select rhythm. We can have the tempo up or down. So we got sound 1, sound 2, our stereo chorus and rhythm set. And in order to save your settings, you hold down the set button whilst pressing any one of these 4 buttons. Now setting 1 has been saved, so here's setting number 2, which I haven't done anything on yet. And here's panel memory number 1. panel memory setting 1 completed, and now we're going to do another setting and save that one as well. So we will select, let's see here, what shall we select in terms of voice? How about an organ sound? And maybe we just want to keep that as sound number 1. But what about stereo chorus? Okay. Or maybe we won't have stereo chorus. And now we're going to select another rhythm. It doesn't matter what rhythm, this is just an example on the panel memory and how to save your settings. But maybe this time I feel that this organ sound might be a bit too loud, so we can turn that down. Yeah, turn that down to number 10, and we want to have the rhythm. Maybe we should have the rhythm a bit faster. Or maybe have a variation. So now that we've got that setting saved, we can hold down the set button whilst pressing any one of these 4 buttons. So we're going to say memory button 2, for example. Now that's saved. Oh, I've just realised it doesn't save the variation, but it does save the rhythm. So here's panel memory number 1 that I saved. And panel memory number 2. But I realise that the sound number is a bit too quiet, so I'm going to turn that up and just resave that. So now we got panel memory number 1 and number 2. So there you have it, and that is the panel memory function, in which you can save up to 4 of your own registration settings. Okay, so now the next thing that I want to show you is the sequencer function here, in which you can record what you play. So first of all, I'm going to select my sound for my first sequence, which is the drums. Oh, I better turn off the autoplay chord. There we go. And once you're ready, we just press the record button here. And the keyboard waits for us to play before it starts recording. Here we go. So now we've got our first sequence recorded. Okay, so now that we've got that drum bit recorded, now we can record something else. This time we're going to, let's see, we're going to find a bass line this time. So we're going to find a bass, just going to find a suitable one. Yeah, that one would do, and we can play that on top of what we recorded. So. And now we've got that part recorded. Okay, not perfect, but it's just an example on how to use the sequencer. And now we're going to do a couple more sequence. So what's that? We're going to select a. We're going to find a guitar sound. So how about this one? Yeah, that'll do. But this time I'm going to show you something else. I'm going to purposely make a mistake and show you the overdub erase. So I'm going to record this and show you that now. Okay, so I purposely messed up. So it will sound like this. In order to erase that part, because I've overdubbed the sequence already with that guitar, you just press these two buttons at the same time and it will record the last thing I sequenced. Notice that the guitar that I recorded just now isn't there no more because I pressed these two buttons at the same time, which gives them overdub erase. So like if you made a mistake, you just press those two buttons at the same time to erase what you've just overdubbed. So we're going to play that sound again. Oh, not that one. One moment, just going to find that guitar sound. There we go. Oh, sorry, wrong one. That's it. And we're going to record that one again. I just did that for as an example to show you the overdub erase as well. So here we go again. And now we've got that bit recorded. Okay, so now I'm going to record one more sequence to the sequencer. We are going to select an organ sound. Just going to find which one. Maybe. Yeah. With stereo chorus. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do that. And now I'm going to record the last sequence. Here we go. And now we've got our full sequence, which sounds like this. But if you want to erase everything, we just press this more than once. We just press these two buttons more than once. Okay, so I deleted the organ bit. I just press it again, and it deletes everything. But now, I want to record something simple with the sequencer, but using the autoplay chord. So we got that. So we just select our tempo and our rhythm style. So maybe it'll be easier if we just select something out of the one touch play. There we go. So we're just going to record that for anything. Oh, sorry. I was meant to, there we go. So now we've got that recorded. And now we're going to play something. Okay, we've got that bit recorded now. And just one more sequence. We're going to select strings. Or maybe harp. Yeah. So. Yeah, so we're going to do that. Now we've got the harp bit recorded. So there you have it. I think some of the bits of the harp I couldn't play so many sounds because with the harp sound, because I may have exceeded along with the rhythm and the first part I recorded, which was this. I think I might have exceeded the amounts of polyphony this keyboard has, which I think it's 28 notes of polyphony. I'm not fully sure. It's either 28 or 32. So there you have it. And that is the sequencer function in which you can record what you play. And if you make a mistake, you just press these two buttons at the same time for the overdub erase. Okay, so now the next thing that I want to show you is the composer here, in which you can create up to 2 of your own styles. Because the last 2 styles, default is March 3, but it's also Composer 1, and 100 is March 4, Composer 2. So you can create 2 of your own styles onto the keyboard. So for this instance, we're going to select rhythm, and we're going to select number 99. So. Yeah, actually we're going to select star 100. And what we're going to do is we're going to press the composer button. In which we can make our own drums, bass, a comp 1, 2 and 3. So when we press composer, we can select which part of the style we want to record. So if we want to record one for the fill-in, we just press fill-in. But unfortunately you can't make a variation for the composer. And I think the last 2 styles by default doesn't have variations. So let's see. So we go to rhythm 99, no variation. 100, no variation. And you just press the intro and ending if you want to make a part for the intro and ending. But if you want to make a part for the main part, which is what I'll be doing for this example, we just press start, stop. So it changes on the screen as well. So those are the different parts in which you can record with the style. So now we're going to create our own style completely from scratch. So in order to do that, we press the Composer button and then select parts like, for this example, I'm going to make my own style for the main part of the rhythm. So we just press start, stop. So as you can see, it's on the screen as well. So if you press Composer along with fill in, we get the fill. Intro and ending and normal, which is what I'm going to be doing. So we're going to select our sound, which will be the drums for the first part. We just press the Composer and select these parts in which you want to record, and then press it again to clear the default. So we just press drums and drums again to clear that. And along with this one. So now that everything's clear, I can record my own style. So for this example, we're going to select the drums and have the tempo a bit faster. And then we're ready to record our drum part. So that's the drum part recorded. So now we're going to record a bass line. So we're going to select a sound. Yeah, that one will do. So we're going to select so there's the bass. But we can also revoice them as well. And now we've got the bass line recorded, and now we're going to select a comp one. So for this example, I'm going to do a piano. That one will do. That's the good thing about creating styles, is when you select a voice to record a style and you do it, you can revoice it. So now we've got that recorded, we're going to record one more part, and we're going to find a sort of a guitar sound. Let's say here, yes, solid guitar. Yeah. But this time, using a comp 2. So now that style is done. Yes, it's a bit too loud to, hang on. Yeah. Once the style is complete, we press Composer again, and then we select which composer number we want to store it in. So we've got Composer 1 and 2. So we're going to say 2, and we're going to store it in that. So now our style is complete. So now I can show you. Yeah, because I didn't make a part for the fill-in, so the fill-in stays the same. I've only recorded part for the main style, so this. So there you have it, and that is the Composer function, in which you can create up to 2 styles of your own. Okay, so now the last thing that I want to show you of this tutorial of the Technics SX-KN500 keyboard is this DC in jack here. And basically, I did not know this until beginning of this week, but my manager Tony from Bonner's, he's told me about this, in which you can actually change it so that it will support other 12-volt adapters as well. So for this example, the adapter that I'm using currently at the moment is this Technics adapter, which is connected to the keyboard now. So we'll just take that out, and you can make it so that it will support here other 12-volt adapters. So I've got here a Yamaha KPA6 from one of my Yamaha keyboards. And in order for that one to work with this keyboard, you will need a Phillips end screwdriver. And here we have a screw. So we just unscrew that. And you can see it coming off, and we can change it. There we go. And here, we're just going to screw that back on. And here is another DC in jack. So for this example, I am going to use my Yamaha KPA6 adapter. And we are going to connect that to the keyboard. So there's the KPA6 adapter, and this, the Technics, now has a Yamaha adapter connected to it. So watch as the screen turns on, and there you go. So I'll show you that again, 1 second. Okay, so now that I've done that with the adapter jack, here is the KPA6 adapter with its connector here. And now I'm going to plug that in with the keyboard. And there you go. So not only does the Technics mains adapter works, but if you use that screw at the back and flip the cover over, other adapters will work on it as well, such as the Yamaha KPA6 and any other 12-volt adapters. And that is how you can change the mains adapter using that screw to uncover another mains lead, in which you can use other adapters such as Yamaha. So it's not just the Technics adapters that work with this keyboard, but other AC adapters up to 12 volts will work on it as well. And I believe it also works on other Technics keyboards as well, like my KN650 I showed them over a week ago, but I did not know that back then until beginning of this week, when my manager Tony told me. Okay, so this is now the end of this tutorial of the Technics SX-KN500 keyboard. I do hope you have enjoyed this video and that you have found this tutorial useful. So please do write back to me and tell me what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video of this keyboard, in which I'll be showing the 129 sounds.